Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 10 of In the Know with Mr. O. I can't believe that I've hit double digits already, still so early in the year. This episode is going to be focused a lot on leadership and what you think a leader is and what a leader truly is. And a lot of times you feel like you have leadership inside of you, but there's still a lot that you need to learn as a person and even as a leader. Even with those capabilities there, I think, if you have an ability to listen, you have an ability to kind of know to take charge, to go in first, right? To be the one to experiment first, try first. I think those things showcase, if they're inertly within you, how to become a leader, right? And you could even see that being a teacher in a classroom, right? How could you get students to move? How could you kind of take action? How could you be an all-encompassing role model? But some of the aspects that you kind of mistakenly think a leader does is, tell everybody what to do, have all of the answers, not be afraid to say, I don't know. These are things that you think are what make true leaders, but really, true leaders are great listeners, as I said. They do say, I don't know, but I will come back around and find out an answer for you. I remember as a teacher, sometimes some kids would ask me some really, really good mathematics questions that honestly caught me off guard. And I would have to tell them, hey, you know what? I don't know the answer to that, but I will come back with the answer. And the key component is that you actually do try to look it up and then you follow through with the answer. And then the other thing is to lead with collaboration. If you're already in an administrative position, you're already looked at as a leader. Somebody believed in you to have that you have the personality to be able to lead. So if they see it in you, you already know that you have that ability. And I think working organically through a problem to look and see how all sides involved can be and impacted and worked with in a progressive manner, I think is really, really what makes a true leader come out and be present. You don't have to have all the answers. You have to have a willingness to be open, to listen, right? That was a theme in previous episodes, was to listen to the other parties involved and the other people involved. I think you have to listen to them. I think you have to really try to understand what's going on and show that you're a compassionate, heartfelt human being. And then to come up with a solution that's workable. Explain your reasoning with confidence, yet understanding, and have some humility about the whole entire process. I think that's what it takes to be a true leader. And if you're already running headfirst into the fire to try to solve the problem, even without all the answers, but knowing that a solution exists and that a solution is there, people feel that. People get grabbed by that, and they can tell what type of person you are. And those aspects, I think I always had those things in me, but I didn't always know, the total aspects of really saying I don't know, not having the answers. And after you've been in through some leadership positions, I think you kind of realize that, and I think communication is key. I think meeting people face to face is key. I kind of sent out a little bit of a directive. It was more of a suggestion and advice on how to improve teaching practice. And one of my departments that I was working with, kind of from what I heard from one of the leaders of the department, didn't really take to it too well. And I think there was a misunderstanding of what the goal was. And they didn't understand that I could resonate with, how hard they work, right? Because they think there's always more work coming down the pike, which is totally understandable. But to resonate with them, to talk to them. So I think being present, meeting with people face to face, I get further with meeting students face to face, meeting with teachers face to face, meeting with other administrators face to face. Getting that interaction and getting close to somebody, I think, breeds a better resolution than speaking through email or text or even over the phone, which can sometimes, usually is better than email and text. So I think those things are what make, a quality true leader. And I'd love to coach any of the young aspiring leaders coming up today that need some advice. I certainly don't have all the advice, but I do have enough experience to be able to help those grow in the profession. And, as always, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is is on my LinkedIn profile. It's on my YouTube profile. Reach out to me. We can consult. We can talk. I'd like to help you. If you're a teacher, I'd like to help you be a better leader as a teacher in the classroom. Not everybody's perfect, and even just bouncing ideas off one another is better than just being always told what to do when it doesn't make sense. So I really appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for tuning in for episode 10, double digits of In the Know with Mr. O. Take care.